Hi, my name is Adriana Gascoigne. I am here with ImpulseFlyer and we're at the new Majestic with Mr. Loh. How are you today?
Hello.
Great. Well, thank you so much for inviting us to your beautiful hotel. It's very contemporary and chic. I love it. So tell us a little bit about how you became one of the youngest hoteliers in the industry and before you were a lawyer. So how did you make that transition?
It wasn't much fun being a lawyer then, because I think a lot of the work that I did was just bankruptcies and winding up actions. And I came across this property that the bank was trying to sell. And, you know, it's a red light area of Chinatown. And so nobody would touch it, and been on the market for a long time. But it was a beautiful building. I thought it had a lot of potential. And that's really how Hotel 1929 came along. And from there, I guess, you know, things just took off, and I never looked back.
Well, in a recent article, you were quoted as saying, you know, you just go with your gut instinct.
You know, I don't necessarily look at locations. I look for beautiful buildings, you know, I look for buildings with a lot of character. I guess for me, if the building looks interesting, looks like it's going to have a lot of kind of potential, a really fun project, then really for me, that's the starting point. And I guess a lot of that comes down to gut instinct, because you don't necessarily have a valuation start point when you look at projects like this. You know?
The outside is gorgeous, the hotels that we've been to, but the inside is just amazing. So tell us a little bit about who helped you design this and what the inspiration was behind that.
Well, this particular room was designed by an artist called Justin Lee, quite a well-known local designer. And I like to work with local artists because I think for me, the local artists have a much stronger local context, you know, and much stronger local relevance when you do a project like this. And they also bring a huge amount of creativity to their projects too. The things that they think about, the influences, the kind of inspirations, you know, which are usually quite different from my own. So it's always a learning process for me working with them.
That's great. You travel a lot, it seems, and you get a lot of inspiration from different places that you travel to. Tell us a little bit about some wonderful experiences that you've had in hotels and why.
Well, some of my favorite hotels are Jia in Shanghai. I like that very much. And I like Post Ranch Inn. I don't know whether you've been there in California. It's one of the most inspirational hotels I've ever stayed in, actually. This is perched on the cliff, and they have hotel rooms that are in the trees or on the cliffside, and you know, location spectacular, the service is great, the architecture is just fantastic. So I guess overall also one of my favorite hotel experiences, and I think something that I always want to go back to, you know, and for me that's the secret of a great hotel.
We always like to ask the people we interview what your opinion is of luxury. So when you hear that word, how do you personally define it?
Well, for me, luxury is having options to do what you want. You know, for me, it involves more than money. Involves time. Involves ability to say to yourself, I'm going to take a certain period off and do something that I've always wanted to. You know, recently have a 7-month-old baby.
Oh, congratulations!
So you know, for me, the luxury of being able to spend time with him, I think is more precious than anything else.
Yeah. Well, thank you again for taking the time to speak with us today. We wish you the best of luck in your hotels.
Thank you.